Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday, April the 14th, final day of the play-in tournament. We got a couple of games on tonight's slate. The winners will determine the 8th seed in each respective conference. We got the Miami Heat at home taking on the Chicago Bulls. And on the West Coast, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Timberwolves. As usual, guys, we're going to break down each one of these games, do our analysis, and hopefully come up with some more winners. So far, the first round of the play-in tournament, the first couple of days have been pretty good to us. We have gone 3-1. Also, did hit a really nice money line dog play with the Bulls in Toronto. Of course, guys, we did need a little luck for it to come through, but the result is what counts, and we ended up hitting that game. The only game we lost, guys, we did have the Heat at home against the Hawks. I really did think they were going to show up. They didn't. Our only loss. We did go 3-1 plus the money line play with the Bulls. Pretty good results. We're going to look to continue some of this momentum this final day of the play-in tournament. See if we can end tonight's action with a couple more winners before the playoffs start over the weekend. So guys, with that being said, let's get this show on the road. In the first game of the night, guys, we got the Chicago Bulls traveling to Miami, take on the Heat. Miami currently 5.5-point home favorite. I had Miami favored by 5. The Heat, in their first game of the play-in tournament, were at home against the Atlanta Hawks, a favorable 7th seed. Did have a home court advantage in the first round of the play-in tournament. We're in a good spot. But, guys, we're an absolute no-show. They got down early in that game by double digits, chasing all night long, where they lost pretty much wire to wire. In that ball game, guys, a very poor effort. I'd say the body language of the team was very bad, with the exception, I'd say, of Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry, guys, the 37-year-old point guard, put up 33 points in 33 minutes off the bench. The only player that really showed a real sense of urgency and a need for a W. The rest of the players, with the exception, you could say, of Tyler Hero, who also had 26 points. Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler, the two stars of the team, were pretty much a no-show. Jimmy Butler did score 21 points, but he needed 19 shots to do it, 6 for 19. And Bam Adebayo, in 41 minutes, only scored 12 points, and he only took 12 shots. I did look on somewhere on social media. I did see that he looked pretty upset. I do expect him to come out in this game and be a little more aggressive on offense. This is a win-or-go-home game, guys. Of course, in the first round match, they did have the luxury of being able to have a second game in case of a loss. With home court, it is an advantageous position. But, guys, this is it. This is it. The season is on the line in this game. Same thing for the Bulls. The Bulls, guys, in their first game against Toronto, the ultimate underdogs in that game. Everything looked stacked against them. Personally, I did have the Bulls in that game. I also had them with the money line. I gotta admit, I was lucky. They got down by 19 points in that game, but they did make a huge run late. Even though it was pretty much a letdown for Toronto. Toronto was just making mistake after mistake, missing a bunch of free throws. I don't know if you guys saw, DeMar DeRozan's daughter was screaming at every time a Toronto Raptors players were shooting free throws. Looked to be effective. She was the sixth woman girl off the bench. She helped the team. It looked like they only shot 50%. Bulls took advantage. Didn't play that great themselves, but they did enough to get the W in that game. Now in this game, guys, I know it is risky and dangerous, and man, do I hate doing what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be taking Miami in this game with the -5.5. I do think that they are going to show up in this game. This is it, win or go home. They do have the experience. I do think the Bulls did get a little lucky in that game against Toronto. Miami does have more quality on their team. I do expect Eric Spoelstra to get his guys going and for them to come win this game and cover. I know it is dangerous. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't follow me on this play or even took the Bulls, but I have to go with my gut. My gut tells me to take Miami here with the -5.5. And in our second and final game of the night, guys, we got the young Oklahoma City Thunder going to Minnesota to take on the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves currently 5.5-point home favorites. I had them favored by 6.5. Line a point shorter than what I had estimated. The Timberwolves, guys, filled with drama. Obviously, we know what happened with their team in the final game of the regular season. Jaden McDaniel punching the wall, fracturing his hand, gone from the team. He's going to be out for the remainder of the season. Whether the Timberwolves advance or not, he's going to be done. Naz Reid, we know, has been without the team for a couple weeks now. He also fractured his wrist. And Rudy Gobert, we know the incident with Kyle Anderson where he punched Kyle Anderson, had to serve a 1-game suspension. Timberwolves, guys, despite all of these players missing, were very competitive in their first round game in LA against the Lakers. They got up by 15 in that game despite being 8.5-point road dogs. Came close to getting the W, but ran out of gas late in the game. They did manage to get it into overtime where they fell short, lost by 6. Good performance overall by the Timberwolves, even though they did fall short. In that game, what was a little concerning actually was the play of Anthony Edwards. He only shot 3 for 17, went for 9 points. Despite that poor showing from the team's top player, in my opinion, they were right in the game. Mike Conley, Karl-Anthony Towns had big games. But I think it was more of the Lakers. Like I mentioned in the preview leading up to that game, I think the Lakers were also running on fumes. They've had a brutal schedule down the stretch. I think they caught the Lakers in a tough spot. But still, guys, didn't manage to capitalize even though they were shorthanded. Now in this game, they more likely will be getting Rudy Gobert back. He is listed as questionable currently, but I do think this is a do-or-die game. He's going to be in the lineup, even though they say he's got some back problems. And he even said that even if he wasn't suspended, he probably wouldn't be able to play in that game against the Lakers. I don't know how true that is. I do expect him to be in the lineup in this game. The Timberwolves, guys, like I said, full of drama, even though that team has huge potential. This 5.5-point line, I did expect it to be a little higher. Now, the Thunder, guys, in their first round matchup, they were in New Orleans, a hostile environment against a very good team, a team that was playing very good basketball during the final stretch of the regular season. The Pelicans did look like the overwhelming favorites in that game, but the Thunder, guys, with the young group that they got and a very good superstar player in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, went in there like nothing was going on, like it was a regular season game, and they just went in there and got a huge win against the Pelicans. Big games, guys, not only from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who we know is consistently up there with 30 points a game. He had 31, but they also got great performances by Josh Giddey and Lou Dort, who also combined for 58 points. The rest of the guys just played very hard. What's interesting about this team, guys, despite their youth, the 22 years average age of their roster, is they go into hostile environments and perform like it's no big deal. Looks like the team feels no pressure whatsoever. Very impressive, very bright future ahead for the Thunder. Now in this ball game, guys, the 5.5-point line, in my opinion, is a little short. I am kind of getting signals from the bookies that they are kind of expecting money to come in on the Timberwolves, getting money over here with this 5.5. We got to see what this line's going to look like closer towards game time. But I am leaning in this game, guys, with a play on the Thunder in the plus 5.5. I do think that the players that are going to be missing from Minnesota's roster is going to affect them. I don't know exactly what the what the whole situation is going to be like now with Gobert coming back and Kyle Anderson, if things are going to be weird on the team. And guys, of course, they are the favorites to win this game. They are at home. They are the far superior team here, more experience, a lot of good players. But guys, just too much drama with this team. And the Thunder, guys, like I just mentioned, they go into any hostile arenas against anybody and play top-notch basketball. I like the Thunder to keep this game close. Can they win straight up? It's possible once again. But I do expect this game to be very close and go down to the wire. I like the Thunder here and the plus 5.5. And this is what I got for you guys on this Friday, April the 14th, and the final 2 games of this play-in tournament. We broke each of these 2 games down, did our analysis, got our picks, and we are ready to roll. The playoff puzzle is almost complete, and at the end of these games, guys, we'll have our 1 through 8s in each respective conference. The playoffs, just a couple days away, guys, where all the real action is beginning. So if you haven't done so already, guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to get the alerts when my videos come on. Also, if you guys like my analysis, make sure to hit that like button, guys. I would really appreciate it. Will help the algorithm, spread the word, get some people to come follow my videos. Remember, guys, I do this completely free. I enjoy doing it. Try to give you guys as much information as possible. give you guys a little different insight on how I see these games playing out. And guys, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Good luck on whatever you decide to bet tonight, and I will see you all in my next video. Have a good one, guys. Later.